The Blue Front. That store has been there forever.
Before, since you are small,
Yes.
I didn't change.
Corner of
Blue
Packard
Front.
and State.
Yeah, that's the guy. So it's a long time. Old store.
Old. Was a
You're
house.
older than you.
Was a house a long time ago, and then the people started a small store on the bottom, and then pretty much the whole thing became store on the bottom.
Yeah.
And that was like one of the first main stores here. And that.
No, lysing. Making your work all day.
Used to be Argus. That's where they made cameras. My aunt and uncle worked there. It was a big place. That was before he worked for the U of M.
The lilies now is blooming.
And he got a job as the equipment manager. And then
that's all lilies. So.
My Aunt Alice continued to work at Argus.
It's the yellow lilies.
I live down here on Packard. This is Stadium right there. The road that goes by the stadium. That Dairy Queen's been there forever. 50 years.
50 years.
You know? 50 years. The radiator place has been there for a long time. A lot of this has changed. This used to be all houses, not businesses. The businesses were down at the corner. These are all house. That's Fraser's Pub.
Is there an apartment?
Yeah, those are apartments. They weren't here. I gotta find my apartment.
Apartment where you live?
Lake Trust. That used to be Ann Arbor Bank and Trust. Yeah, I used to live off of this street. Gotta find the apartments.
You live that when you are in college?
One Lane Road ahead. No. I was working. I was divorced.
Oh.
I lived over here. Gotta get over to the apartment project. I got the road messed up down there.
Have a nice flowers here. Ito ang lily. Very beautiful.
Street.
That's the lilies, the same in the house.
Yeah.
See.
Find the apartments. Right through there was the apartments.
That.
Right over there. to them. I don't quite know my way around here like I used to. These houses all 100 years old or older.
This one,
Yeah.
100 years.
Yeah, they're all 100 years old.
But they are still good, yeah. They don't change some. What kind of houses survive very long time. Deep in. It's a lot of people living here, huh?
Yeah, a lot of people live here. Nice homes, they're old. They take good care of them. You know, it used to be all brick apartments. Pine Valley. No. This was Pine Valley.
Pine Valley.
Pine Valley. Yeah. Lived in these apartments.
So how many years you work here?
I live
You
here?
live here, yeah. You live that apartment?
No, not that one.
Oh.
Back in there, I think. I gotta go in there and turn.
That's
Remember
a
which
really
section.
big building.
But I lived back off of the parking lot.
Oh.
56.
There's a parking lot here for the people living here.
This is different. This is different. I think I was in this section.
So you get lost here.
I was up a section. This was the back. I didn't live at the back.
Avenue apartment.
Down in here.
Old apartment.
Right there, the other side. I live the other side of the pool.
This building.
Yeah.
So you're living
Pine
here.
Valley, right here.
Oh yeah, Pine Valley. So you're living here before.
Yes.
That.
I lived here, and then I had 2 carports on that side.
Oh. Inside it's nice.
Yeah. Nice.
How much you rent here?
2-bedroom apartments. I think rent back then was like $500, which was expensive, but they're very nice apartments. They have a very nice pool.
And they have also swimming pool inside?
Swimming pool, yeah. See, there's the swimming pool. Okay. I lived
yeah, it's there.
this side of the swimming pool.
So this is the place you lived before.
Yeah. You see this right here on the bottom floor?
Yeah.
I lived right there.
And then in this
door.
one, in
that
this
was
door.
the living room. This is a bedroom. And then
Oh.
there's another bedroom. I parked right over here. I had 220 and 121 and 122, I think. Not sure. Let me see. Maybe it was this side. I have to look at them while they're laying. How they're laying. 'Cause
They have also parking
we were like
lots
in a
here.
courtyard. I had to walk back into a courtyard.
Here, this is the.
Yeah, no, I lived. I don't think back in that one. No, wasn't that one. I think it was the next one.
So all people here rent only.
No.
They own.
Well, it was no kids were allowed, but she had a son. She had a son. Where's the swimming pool?
That's the swimming pool.
Yes.
There.
We lived right
It's a swimming pool.
in here. Right there.
So no. There.
Pretty sure. Maybe. Let me look. Let's see.
This is the place of my husband before. What year you live here?
Back in 1985.
1985.
Yeah.
But there is a garage here. Oh.
Yeah.
They're very clean and quiet. So quiet apartment.
Well, these are Ivanhoe. We didn't live in Ivanhoe. We lived in Pine Valley. Ivanhoe. Ivanhoe was next to us. Then we were Pine Valley.
There at the back that you said there, we passed already.
Yeah. This is Pine Valley. This section right here in the middle was Ivanhoe.
Ivanhoe.
And I lived just past Ivanhoe.
So you are here. Oh.
It's Ivanhoe.
Oh, there's the swimming pool here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a swimming pool there. What is the next drive in? I can't remember which apartments. You know that we could come
Pine
out the
Valley.
back. We could come out the back, and the swimming pool was there.
Maybe it's closed.
But it was down in one of these. Let's see where the swimming pool is at. That's where by the swimming pool.
Right here. Right here.
Yeah, and there used to be a bunch of old people lived in here. But they loved the boys, yeah.
Yeah, that's
It was in
a swimming pool
was
there.
in that building. That building.
I think you're here when you go out in the swimming pool.
I think it was. We lived.
Wow, there.
We had a window on the side.
Very nice. Oh.
I had to walk back in there, though. I had to walk back in there.
Oh, that's what you see here.
Yeah, it's right here. It's right
This
there.
one,
That was the living room. That was the bedroom.
You're in the first door. You can.
Yeah.
Okay, this
That
one.
front door there. Yeah. 1555.
You.
But right there was the bedroom. That was a bedroom. That was a bathroom. That was a bathroom. That was a bedroom. Had 2 bathrooms, 2 bedrooms.
Who live
A
with you?
kitchen. Kathy. Girl named Kathy.
Kathy.
She had the apartment, and then I moved in with her. It was either there or I was thinking he had to walk back in though.
Yeah, because this one is another side.
Back in.
There is other side. Another, I think it's another apartment. This one.
Yeah. Had to walk back and then in.
Mm.
In behind here. We were in there. It was in the courtyard. We weren't out on the front. But our windows were on the side. Because Beverly would come in there and try to talk to me at nighttime through the window. It's like, fuck you. Go home. Go sleep with the other guy. You know?
Kathy, where is she now?
I don't know. I don't know what happened to her. When I went up north, I left her. She was, she was just, yeah. Was this one.
This here.
This one. You go back in and you go in, and it was either on that side or this side. I don't know. But anyways, we went back in there, and we were on the bottom floor because there was a Polish lady that lived up above us, and because we could go out the door to the swimming pool. There used to be covered parking here, but they took it down or something, because this was all covered parking on the outside.
This one.
Yeah.
Like that there.
See, these are Ivanhoe now. I was back in there, back the other side.
Oh, Ivanhoe now.
Yeah. This is Ivanhoe. This was a different one. And everybody had a covered parking. You could have 2 covered parking. And I paid for 2. She didn't have money to pay for the covered parking. No, I live there.
It's nice. It's quiet.
I lived there from 1985. When was it when I left? 1983. I moved in there, and I lived there till like 1990. And then she moved to a different apartment. I had to go to work for a year in Maryland. She was all upset, but I couldn't. I had to take what they gave me. Well, they wanted me to go there because it was a big job. It's a big multi-million-dollar project there. And yeah, that's right in there. Pine Valley Apartments. And her friend Mickey lived over here across the street in one of those.
St. Clair.
I moved to a studio apartment because she was moving, and I don't know, she had a lot of problems. I was sending her money all the time. I had some cocaine that I bought, and I had hid in the closet. She found it. And I was gone for 3 months, and I come back, and it was all gone. Thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars worth of cocaine, all up her nose. Fraser's Pub. That's been there for 50 years or better. That's where they all go drink after the games. U of M.
Yeah.
That's where they go to party. used to have a stool in there that was mine. Nobody sat on my stool. And the bartenders made sure.
That's for you.
And I made sure that the bartenders knew. Because I tipped them very good. And I had a tab there. I paid it off every Friday when I got paid. That's like a drive-through now or something. That's crazy.
Oh,
Drive-through,
thank you.
but it wasn't a drive-through before. It was just a little parking area.
Dairy Queen.
Ice cream.
Tobacco Rose. Black Diesel. It's rain again.
Rain again.
Rain.
And that was a bowling alley back there. I don't think it is a bowling alley. I don't know what it is. It says Fifth Avenue. Whatever that means.
Henry.
Safety belt. It's back at the stadium, I guess. This is a golf course over here.
That's the
Michigan
golf.
course.
Yeah.
And we used to come here at night and hunt for night crawlers after the sprinklers would go on
Yeah.
for fishing. Because they'd be having sex. They'd be out of the ground like this,
Oh.
hooked together.
Yeah.
And we'd pick them up two at a time, pull them out of their holes. And then we had this big ammunition metal carton that we put the worms in, and then we put coffee grounds, put dirt, and then coffee grounds and eggshells.
Oh.
Keep the worms alive. They eat the eggshells. This is Pioneer High School.
Here.
This is one high school. They have Pioneer, they have Huron, and then they have another one. I don't know what the other one is. It's in the suburbs.
It's the big stadium here. There's the school there.
But when they have a football game,
Yeah.
they park on the lawn over here.
In
They
the
park
school.
everywhere. The parking's over there. You pay to park over there. The school makes a lot of money off the parking. You probably pay $25 to park there now.
Park. Yeah, because if more people, then they have no place to park.
Right. All these people with homes on these side streets, they park cars in their yard. They collect money from people to park cars in their yard.
Oh, wow, that's
Yeah,
great, huh?
everything, yeah.
They earn money.
Yep. They don't let them park at the golf course. Only the golf club members can park there.
You can park.
But
So
we always parked over here. Get there early. You set up a grill and you cook
yeah.
and you eat hot dogs or whatever you're cooking, and then I usually did some marinade and some hamburgers and hot dogs, sometimes some yeah, this is a big high school. They have one of those star things in there.
Yeah, it's a big park or
to show the
big
stars
place.
in the sky.
Park.
I forget what they call those. Because we used to go there every year for school. We could go there a couple times a year to study the stars.
The stars. Pioneer High School.
Pioneer High School.
Yeah, that's
Big high school. Big high school. Probably 5,000 or 6,000 students there. Just a high school. Just 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th grade there. Old houses. These over here have been here since the 40s and 1940s and 1950s. And these apartments here. Apartments over here.
on this side here.
Him and Melissa. A little while after Melissa, after she got well, they started living together when she was still in college.
Also, they are in college. They are living
were in
together.
high school.
High school.
They were not living together, but they were together all through high school. And at the last year, I don't know, there were some problems there. And then I think she was going to go away to college, but then at the last minute, she didn't. She went to a local college.
They really love each other because they're since in high school, yeah.
Yeah. Pauline Plaza. They lived in apartments right there at the back.
But they don't have kids, yeah? They cannot.
They just have Michaela, but they didn't have her till after they lived together for a while. They lived together from after high school on. Nathan got in some trouble with drugs, but she was mad about it, but she stayed by him. I came and helped him out, got him into some meetings, talked to him all the time about it, told him how he needed to get rid of that shit, just poisoning himself.
nice houses.
I thought those were apartments. Let's see, where's the apartments on?
Summit View.
That's Grace Bible Church.
Marinette.
Oh, maybe they tore them apartments down.
Summit View.
Summit View. That wasn't when I was in. Maybe it was back the other way.
Park Place of Hell Grace. Vincent Delmia Avenue.
Pine Lake Village, that was it. I think. Get turned around and go back. This section.
South
Not
Waffle
this section. Down the road, I didn't live in this section. Cardinal Apartments. On the side.
It's a nice apartment. All our apartment around here.
Yeah, they might have tore those down. Because they were modulars that they just came and set in there. They're like big building blocks. They set them apartment by apartment with a big crane. In there, they might have tore them down. I don't know. Breckenridge, Surrey Park.
Maybe that's him.
These are the ones.
Maybe he's done.
Just one story. Can't remember which road I lived on.
You live also here?
Yeah, I lived here.
Oh.
One bedroom apartment. It's like a studio apartment. The bed folded up into the wall.
Oh.
Yeah. Back in like 1990 to 1993.
Geneva Road.
And I worked out of town mostly. Where the office was, I didn't live far from the office. Because the lady used to keep track of my stuff and make sure that my mail got in there. It's on the back here. On the back. yards. I lived on this end of the building. Right.
Here. 27. 28.
See, I faced out this way. The last apartment.
Here.
Yeah.
This one you live.
Yeah.
Oh, squirrel.
1401.
Squirrel in the tree.
Huh?
There's a squirrel there. Oh.
Yeah. Is this garage? That used to be where the office was.
Yeah, this is the office.
Yeah, they weren't garages.
Boogie woogie, woogie, what's that?
What?
Boogie woogie woogie. That truck, that's
That's Amazon.
that's Amazon.
It's an Amazon truck, honey. I'm electric. Boogie woogie woogie. He's bringing the goods.
Maple tree.
Breckenridge.
It's big,
Breckenridge.
big.
Breckenridge. I remember that name. Breckenridge.
Somebody messaging you. Just look.
McDonald's. I'm done now.
Him. Okay.
Okay, on my way. Dumbass tells us 5. It's 3:30.
It's better.
He's an idiot. Or they're idiots. I don't know which.
That student are early to done. Experiment to him.
Oh, yeah.
It's good. We're going home.
And I lived in there with somebody, a friend of mine, for like 1 year. But I wasn't hardly there. I was working out of town all the time. Just a place to keep my stuff. I only paid 1/3 of the rent because I don't think I only slept there twice.
Just only your things.
Just to keep my things, yeah.
Yeah,
'Cause I was
that's
going to
the
get
room.
storage shed, and he's like, just split the rent with me. It'll be cheaper than a storage unit, and I will make sure your stuff is good and nobody goes in your room. Because he wasn't a very social person. It's like, okay. And I think I only spent 2 nights there and not quite a year. Because then I went and rented a cottage out to the lake. It was big enough to store my stuff in. It had a garage for me to store stuff in.
It's a long time to go around and around, yeah.
Yeah,
Go around working.
yeah. I'm done. Oh, I need a water.
Yes.
Can you reach a water?
Yeah, we not eat our.
No, we didn't need our water, Mom. I'm saving that. Oh, we can eat it on the way. Just get that out. We'll eat that.
Okay.
Five o'clock. Yeah, it's going to be at least 5 o'clock, he tells me.
That's good. Sige, it's done early.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we're going home.
hopefully. And he doesn't want to have this misadventure going through Lansing because we ain't fucking doing it.
Just tell him that now.
I'm telling him no, I want to get home.
Go home tired.
Waited enough. You know?
Yeah, enough for a long time for waiting you.
3 hours is long enough to be waiting.
We need to go home. Just take a rest. 4 hours travel to go back home, yeah?
Yeah. That was the original McDonald's in
Here, this one.
Yep, in Ann Arbor. We had a McDonald's in Ypsilanti before they had a McDonald's in Ann Arbor. 'Cause this was all houses.
McDonald's a long time.
This was all pretty much houses, and then it changed to all businesses.
Yeah, because in the city, so
Yeah.
and it's the business. It is what you call that one. You earn big money for business and to live. Business and apartment is really together because people who buy the.
And he sent me a thing about that stupid hose that he wants to sell. I have no. Bailey Excavating, Jackson, Michigan. I worked for them for a year when we redid Michigan Ave through Ypsilanti. They're a family-run company.
Midas. Auto service experts. Midas. Jackson Street Avenue in traffic. Okay.
And we were about the only ones that used the pool. I had these ladies, and they used to grumble about the boys coming over there and swimming in the pool and jumping in the pool. And then I was making them banana bread. And then I was bringing them stuff to drink, wine. And then they taught me how to play bridge. I think it was bridge. Some card game that they played. And you made points. And then I just pretty much let them win because I didn't know what I was doing at first. But then I watched how they played and everything, and then I got very good at it.
You did.
And they all owed me money. And then I would let them off, you know. I'd get them to where they owed me $100, and then I would just quietly tell them, don't tell them. Just tell them you paid me. Don't never let them know that you didn't, or they won't trust us. And I said that to each and every one of them. And after, I don't know, I lived there quite a few years. I don't know, 5 or 6 years. The boys loved coming there on the weekends. And then she had a son. The boys would come and stay. We had one of those pull-out sofas that made into a bed. And then Brian didn't come so much, but Nathan always did. He loved it there. Him and Justin were good buddies. And we'd go to the pool every night after work, every day on the weekend.
The flowers are good.
Yeah.
Lily.
Yeah.
Their lilies is very good.
Yeah.
We have a lot of lilies now. Very nice too.
Yeah. was my father's apartment building.
This one?
Yeah. Can't block the street.
She sold already.
Can't block the street, dumbasses. You don't know how to fucking drive. Can't just park in the blocking the street or a driveway. Ticket for that.
A lot of people here, yeah. See, cars are always go around.
They always go around. It's getting to be the rush hour. Not quite yet, but it's getting there. How can you misjudge it by an hour and a half? Come on. Turn, fucker, turn. Turn.
We go
Let's
around
go.
here.
Jesus, they can't fucking drive. Just go, go, go. When it's green, you go, go, go. When it's yellow, you go really fast to get through there. When it's red, you stop. Unless you're partway in the intersection, then you gotta go. Just call it kind of pink. Not quite red.
Green. You're near. It's traffic. Traffic, traffic, traffic.
Yeah. Traffic, traffic, traffic.
Traffic, traffic.
Come on, go, go. Go, go. Go, go, go. Punch it. Go like hell. Well, it's 30 miles an hour, and they're sitting there going down the road 15 miles an hour.
Press the button and take the parking ticket.
Okay. We're here now in UV Dental Clinic. Guys, here sitting. Okay. Okay. Oh, I'm here in the other side. Okay. Oh. Okay.
Don't put a date on it, 'cause they got 3 of them on the same sheet.
Oh, okay.
These. Sorry, I'd have been back sooner. I was over showing her apartments where I used to live when I was younger. The other side of town,
Yeah,
past the stadium.
she just, she figured it was gonna take longer because she made these new impressions,
Mm-hmm.
but she got it done quicker, you know,
Uh-huh.
so,
That's good.
yeah, yeah.
Now
That's
she's
good.
got them held up again here.
So we have a beautiful ladies here. Oh, more flowers. Huh.
Just give her my new ticket.
Uh.
I told her I just lived. You had the other ticket, but I was leaving. I wasn't
Let's
coming back till I'm
let's
picking
stay
you out.
here.
It's just too hot and too boring to just sit here.
Yeah. Can I get one of your smokes?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Did I? Okay, we're going home. Home na. Travel to back home.
Yeah, the girl that's doing my teeth,
Yeah.
she's from Taiwan.
Oh, Taiwan.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
Another girl that works.
students all over the world here.
Yeah. There's a girl that's working all the time. That's her station or whatever, you know. She's from China. That's all I know so far. There's at least a half a dozen Asian girls that are working there that I've seen. Now, where they're all from, I'm not sure.
This is the one when I dropped him off, and then I just came back to pick him up. Didn't park. Okay, thank you. You have a good day. She was the one that was in there when I left. And then I used to live in Rocky Packard at these Pine Valley apartments. Very nice apartments, and I had a big Olympic swimming pool out in the court. Wow! Out next to where I live.
School of Graduate Studies. Ann Arbor's a pretty cool place, huh?
Yeah, very nice.
I think so.
Used to be
It's
a
nice.
lot better. It's just too much college now. They took a lot of the best parts out. The diag
Yeah.
is a little bitty thing
Yeah.
with the cube that spins in it. It used to be run for like a half a mile.
Yeah. Yeah.
All they got just a little bitty thing there now.
No, no kidding.
And the Blue Front store's still there. The
Yeah.
original store was on the corner there. Packard and State. The first store they had there for the college students to buy stuff, to drink and that. It used to be, when I was young, it was just a piece of the house. But now it's like the whole bottom floor of the house. And Whole Foods was started here by some buddies of mine.
Whole Foods?
Yep. Three guys went to college at U of M together. They started the store to try to cover up money for selling pot.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we'd bring bales back up here from Florida, and then it was a false front. It was like, I don't know, like one of those yellow cab with a box behind it truck.
Oh, yeah.
And then we had a false wall that we made that fit right in there. And then we would fill it with tropical plants. We'd go down there and pick up the pot, get the bales behind the wall, and then load the whole rest of it with tropical plants. And then Travis, we'd go over there and get them out of there at the farm, because they had a big farm that they lived on. But they didn't farm, they just rented the land out. It was going to be tore down because making State Street wider through there. They rented it out.
So those guys are fucking millionaires now.
They had Whole Foods. They couldn't bury enough money there. It took off, and his Stuart's wife was an accountant, so she was one that handled all the money, and it just took off like crazy. And then they said, okay. So then they bought out this guy that had a little yard care business, and that's right when the subdivision boom hit here. And then they were grading yards and laying sod and seeding and planting bushes and that, and they made a ton of money doing that.
Yeah.
And then they sold that business, and then bought the log trucks and the skidder and everything. And then that's when Gasmus's went to hell. And so then I run a logging crew for them. Paulie, he was one of them. Jim was one of them. And then Sylvester. And he was the money. Him and his wife was the money people. And that. And he overseen the Whole Foods. He overseen the sale of the landscape company. He was one that did all the logging thing. And then we were getting some really nice timber out west of here, west of Ann Arbor, out Liberty Road there. Yeah, we hauled the shop.
Dexter.
biggest hardwood maple at 6 foot 2 inches at the butt end.
Wow.
Yeah, that picture of me and Paulie laying side by side.
No.
Took both of us cutting to bring it down. It was on a steep ass side hill.
Eh.
And that, but I had the winch on it from the skidder to pull it so the top would come down. And then we had the white oak that this farmer had. It was out in the middle of his field. That thing was shit. That was an old tree. That was an old tree. It was really tall, and it was probably 3 or 4 veneer logs in that.
Wow.
Because it used to be like when it started, it was in a forest, but he cleared all that land, but he didn't have the heart to cut down that tree. Well, it was getting to be a pain in the ass because branches were starting to come out of it and everything, and it was just nasty. And so you had to cut that down. And that was, we had, the first log was 16 foot, 6 foot 6 at the butt end, and 5.5 at the other end.
Jay.
Huge log. We told him put that on the bottom, just put 2 small logs each side of it, strap that thing in by itself with chains, not the straps.
Yeah.
And actually we helped him do it. But then, I don't know, he thought he could get more logs on there than what we had. So then he moved everything around and ended up with that over to one side of his trailer. And it bent the damn pipes on the trailer, the stanchions, when he went around the corner.
Yeah.
Dumbass. And then we would bring everything out there enough to log and bucket and that. We'd have a load for him in the morning when he got there, and then we'd make one for when he come back for after lunch. We were just hauling 2 loads, double trailer loads, and then the log loader was at the end of the big trailer, and then there was a short trailer and the big trailer. And when we load both of them, that was good money for a day for 2 guys and a truck driver.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we were selling the tops, and then
Selling the tops of firewood or something.
yeah, and then they were just giving me the tops because they didn't want to mess with it anymore. And then I had a dump truck of theirs that I used, and then I had a 3-ton dump with sideboards on it, and then I bought like a flatbed dump, and I could haul 7 cord on the flatbed, full cord, and then 3 cord on the 1-ton dump. And then I would sell it by the cord. I have these people down at Canton Center and everything. Oh yeah, we need 10 face cord. It's like, it's not a face cord, it's a full cord. No, we know it's kind of expensive, but it's all hardwood, right? I said, every stick of it's hardwood. It's all oak, hickory, hard maple, cherry. And then I was doing that.
And where was the mill you were hauling to?
Charlotte. L.L. Johnson out of Charlotte.
And they had cut and veneer.
Yeah, they would do, they didn't do the veneer, but they took veneer and then sold that to the veneer place. They didn't actually do veneer themselves.
Yeah, well, there's one in Mal up there in Mansalona.
Okay.
I think it's Moki.
Yeah, I don't know. They were just a mill, but then he would take them because he's the one that got us on now.
Yeah.
we just used log scale and scaled it to wherever we could get the best board footage on because you want to keep them, the ends similar so you get the best
Yeah.
board footage.
My grandpa's in cemetery somewhere close to the river.
Yeah.
That's where my grandpa's at. Seems like there was a restaurant right here.
Well, it's Windshields.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, it's a hotel.
Weber's.
Weber's. Yeah, Weber's. That's right.
Weber's. Me,
Windshields.
there myself, and 4 of my buddies. I mean, we were starving. We got looking like the best, as cleaned up and shit as we could, dressed up as best we could, and I don't remember half